Hi, I'm Pranay Anumandla. This is how I learned to develop the games. I'm from Hyderabad. I used to play Snake game, the basic game in Nokia in my childhood days, like the phone we have available in that time. We have Nokia phone only at my home. I used to play a lot and keep keep scoring high score and repeating, crossing the high score again and again. Lots Mobile in after my graduation, and Lots Mobile is a type of Clash of Clans game where we have to build our own kingdom and uh, to be in a clan, and with clan members we can fight with another clan. We can individually we can fight with one kingdom as another kingdom, and each person will have his own kingdom. He can build his soldiers, his defense systems, solar strengths. He can research multiple things in the game, and he can increase the strength of the defenses as well as the attack armies. We used to like my username in that game is Kattappa. Kattappa is my username in that game in Last Mobile. I'm very famous as a Kattappa as then Pranay in that period. I used to play like we had like around 50 members in the clan, and with everyone from the different area and different states and different country as well. We used to communicate through the game, and we had some bonding friendship as well. And we to support each other. That there will be resources and enemies, strength, reinforcements to support one player to another player. As a clan, we grown up bigger and bigger. That was that where I turned into gaming in the basically. I like played daily 4 to 5 hours for a couple of years. I think so. Couple of years or more than that. Like we used to go, it's not a game like we play today and we do forget it. We have to keep playing the game and keep securing our soldiers and kingdom from the enemy attacks. So we used to log in daily, at least twice in the game, and we used to play a lot of the game, lots mobile. That was the number one game during that time in the Google Play Store India. I completed my SSC in 2018 in a regional medium like Telugu medium, and later I joined diploma as a polytechnic. We used to call polytechnic here for 3 years course in electronics and communication engineering. And after diploma, we had an option to join directly into the graduation second year, BTech second year. And I completed BTech graduation in electronics and communications, the same stream in diploma as well in 2014. After completing graduation in electronics and communication engineering, I had a thought of going to the core side of the electronics and communication, what we learn. So I worked around 3 to 4 years in communication sector for through the vendors like Airtel vendor and Vodafone vendor. I worked for 3 to 4 years in the communication side, but that work includes some field work as well. So I use it like it won't be good for a longer time. So I turned into game support engineer, player support agent at the Pole to Win in 2019 May. Here my gaming industry journey started. Like I used to support the players through the email and chat process, and so we used to get a lot of exposure to the game. The game was available in worldwide and different countries. We used to get queries from different region players. So the gaming exposure is like we used to play the game in the working hours as well to understand the bugs, to understand the player queries. So we should be expert in the game to answer the queries of the players. So we used to play a lot game in the working hours and free time as well. And this interest turned into the why not to the game creation type side. I am in the sector of support. Why not we can create like I had like from the childhood I had created. I feel I have more creativity in my so I can shift to the development side as well. I decided to the game development side. Then I started learning on my own. After learning on my own, it's not sufficient for doing a professional job. So I found Outscal the great platform and joined there. being in layer support stream, like game customer support, after three to 4 years, I decided to move to game development as well. So it will be like promotion for me. Like if it might be difficult path, but the support system is like I recognize, like we used to, the tickets we used to work is decreasing day by day, month by month. So there will be no much scope for the support, like basically chat and email, because there is a lot of bots involved, and AI is going to overcome the chat process and email process. So I myself only, I recognize that something is not good with the support system, basically with email and chat. So I decided to move to the development side. I had no challenges because while working in the a company like Podlu in gaming company, I decided to move to the game development. But once I joined the Outscal, just within a week, I lost my job due to layoff. That is the difficult situation I faced. So I decided to keep on working in the game development itself, instead of searching for another support job, another technical support or game support job, to so I can dedicate myself fully on game development and get the job as soon as possible as a game developer. I'm not ready to spend any much money on the game development, because I don't know how much it will be like online. There will be multiple platforms, so I'm not sure how much they will train me, how much that will be enough for a professional job. So I learned it on my own by installing Unity and following some YouTube tutorials. Later, I found EDX. EDX will be like it is an organization which offers some courses on game development and programming languages as well. So I found out a course, like it is an organization. It will be like low cost. There is a course, Introduction to Game Development with Unity. I completed that course. It is around like 2 months or 3 months period. The course span is, but I completed in less than 1 month, I think so. I completed that one, and I started applying for the jobs. Like that will be enough for my getting a job as a game developer. So once I applied for the couple of jobs and attended interviews, I realized that this is not enough for me. So what I try to do is entry level jobs. Like if the fresher kind of entry level, like if it's a fresher, he had some knowledge about Unity and game development, that will be plus point. So what I started is learning, searching about entry level game jobs. So through the search of game developer jobs through LinkedIn, I found out the Outscal and applied for the job with Outscal. Actually, develop as a developer for a developer role. Then I got to know that these are guys are offering full scale game development program, which is completely full stack game development program, which we will learn from basic to advanced level. Like as a support background, I don't have any experience with programming. I had some experience with Unity, but I didn't have much experience with programming and coding. So I thought this will be the best option. So I joined Outscale. Once joined Outscale, it was full stack game development program. Once I onboarded in the course, the first coach for me is Arindam. Is like is part of Outscale and is well known. Like he knows me everything. Like we had an introduction call with Malhar and Arindam as well. What is my background? What is my previous experience and all. So I graduated. Like I joined 2023 in 2023 March. So I graduated around 2014. I had no clue of programming languages, nothing. So that they had clear understanding of what I can do, what is my level of knowledge in the course. So they guided me right path. So what I have to learn, what I have to go through. So I started like with C++ hoops and concepts like programming basic concept, object oriented basic concepts, and then Unity basics, then data structures, then Unity advanced. This is a package was like step-by-step process. This will like we don't feel it is like a burden or it is very high to our knowledge level or our understanding levels. So the process, the course design, the commitment and support from the mentors and Malhar and Mayank, it was like great. I didn't feel any time like I can't do this. I didn't get that feel anytime because though I don't have any programming knowledge, though I had completed my graduation around 10 years back, I didn't feel that I can't do it. I always had a motivation like I always used to do if I used to complete 5 chapters in a week, for example. I used to complete 6 or 7. I always a step ahead uh, to meet their expectation to get that extra benefits from the mentors as well as the team. The difficult situation is not from the Outscal, but as I don't have any programming background, I feel difficult during the competitive programming in data structures. I used to do. I didn't face issue to do that. We can research like we if we don't know something we can research and we can find it. The Outscal always encourages to research on our own, and later we will discuss it in detail. So I used to research and I used to solve the problems, but later if I look back, sometimes I miss something. That is because I don't have programming background previously. I lagged bit in programming, but everything is great. Once I completed OOPS, we entered into Unity basic level, Unity chapter. There we, along with the course, we completed players platformer 2D. Along with the course, we learned multiple concepts in the game development, and later we completed Snake 2D, like some adding features, different kind of foods, different kind of power-ups and all. And the first game, the own project is in the Unity development is Gamedev from Unity first chapter. So Aryan Naidu was my mentor in Unity chapters, complete Unity Unity basics. I had like we used to play large scale games like PUBG and lots of games, BGM, I had a large scale thought in my game in my idea. So I said I can do this or not. I want to make something good and big. So we have timeline for submit the game job. Like once we open the game job chapter and we have to submit it within 4 days or 5 days. Then I had doubt and I had discussion with Aryan Naidu. I had this idea, but this might not finish in the given timeline. This might take much time. So he suggested me, no matter what you want to do it. It may take 1 day more. That won't be problem. But if you don't do that, that might be the problem. So he suggested me to go ahead. So that time I got like full strength. Then I decided to develop the game which is in my thoughts. Created a terrain, created an environment, and created multiple types of enemies. Created a player character. Like it's a full scale game. Like I added a lot of features. Later, why I am proud of this means whatever the implementation I done in this game, the design principles, design patterns might not be the same, but the features I implemented are repeated in the Unity Advanced module. Enemy states, I implemented enemy states like chasing, attacking, patrolling. This was I implemented with Unity basic module itself on my own thoughts. But these are repeated in the next modules. But the programming structure is different. but I implemented them in the earlier itself, like in normal single script, not in the MVC. And I haven't used those things, but enemy states and MVCs I don't use it. But I implemented the same thing as a single script, and I implemented enemy states. I had a thought of. I got that like we used to have blue zone in the PUBG game, like which is shrinks by time. I had a thought of implementing that. I implemented then as a different, like the the blue zone will be the circle of the light will fall on the player randomly, randomly at random intervals, and that will keep decreasing the player health. That blue zone by fractions, like random damage. That damage will be in the fractions, but randomly. It will randomly fall on the player. It will be visible in the game as well. I implemented blue zone and I implemented enemy states for ideal, patrolling, chasing, attacking, and they have their own reason. Unless if it is not in their attack range or sight range, they won't do anything like that. And implemented some like starting point to end point, player has to reach from starting point to end point by crossing the enemies. And just reaching the destination point will not finish the level. It will has to reach the destination level by killing all the enemies in the path. So if we directly reach escape from the enemies and reach the destination point, it won't complete the level. He has to kill all the enemies, and while killing, they will attack back. They will attack back. The player lose the damage. He has to survive, and he has to kill, and he has to avoid the light as well, blue light. He has to manage all these things and kill all the enemies and reach the destination point. This is I implemented around 4 to 5 types of enemies using different models, some ant models, and making that size small and big as a children, parent, and some other what we call goblin type of, and some cow type of, some monster type of enemies. Different enemies will have different damage conditions. Like small enemy will cause player small damage, bigger enemy will cause bigger damage, and the player damage to the enemies will be the different based on the enemy type as well. Like I implement a lot of, like I whatever comes in my mind, I implement it. That gives me like still I'm proud of. The placement preparation for with Outscal is started with the very first schedule, like first module itself. We had a couple of how to write a resume, how to build portfolio, how to answer the questions, how to give the commitments, how to give the deadlines. If you are not able to finish in the deadlines, how to respond. These things are basic things which started with the first module itself. These each module has each placement cell module itself, and that was always helpful. Like I literally, without those tips and all, it is hard to get the job. Those really helped me. Once I had in the UNTI advanced module, I completed my almost theory part, and I'm about to work on game job. Just so I decided to, like, due to some financial issues, I decided to apply as early as possible to the jobs. So I decided to apply on my own through the LinkedIn. I got some job before completing the course as well. So they supported me a lot, like to the preparation. Like I used to update every interview I attended, though it is not through the Outscal. I used to attend, communicate with the, like, what is the interview process, how it went, what can be done for better appearance, better performance, like in interview. I used to get continuous feedback and communication with the Outscal team, because I'm in the process of completing the course as well. While completing the course, due to financial issues, I used to apply the games. Somehow, like by God grace, I got a job in Megaverse, which is located in Chennai. Due to some issues, I used to quit there within 2 months. Then I moved to the back to the again placements. They are always there to help me despite the situations and what are the losses we got. They suggest me to continue the course progress and finish the whatever the like that will be helpful for interview process. I am focused on this, and they always supported me in the interview process. Like how there is a basic things that will be taught through the module, and they given me moral support as well. So they forwarded my resumes and interviews, attended multiple interviews. Few are like in the process, few are like the more for the better person, like in comparison. And after multiple interviews, I got offer in customer for the Outscal. It was great opportunity. Like as customer is a big company and like in the sector of XR development. Like they used to develop projects in XR for different industries. It was great. Like I always had a support, not only the placement support, also moral support as well. The game development job is similar to other jobs. There is no much complications or challenges in the game development. We can easily get the job if we have the right skills. Acquiring right skills is the main criteria here. Once you can learn on your own by YouTube channels, or you can join game development, skill development programs like our skill offering full skill game development, like whatever you wish. You can join. Once you acquire the skills, right skills, it is easy to get on a job. Once you get on a job, it is like matter of time. You will grow with your industry, and the pay scales and everything will be the higher if you compare to the other industries as well. It will be like easy, but you have to have the right skills to grow in the gaming industry.